Okay, I think we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on where you are in the world and when you are watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Lyonsview Realty Financial Fridays. My name is Clara Lyons-DeVaughn, and I am the broker owner of Lyonsview Realty. We provide residential, commercial for small businesses and nonprofits, and property management services. We also have resources for real estate pre licensing, continuing education classes, homebuyer financing, down payment and closing cost assistance, homeowner distressed housing solutions, and health and wealth education and coaching. So if you need assistance or information in any of those areas, our team would be more than happy to help you. I just want to thank you for tuning in to Lyonsview Realty Financial Fridays broadcast. You can subscribe to the Facebook page or YouTube channel, and please like and share this broadcast with others. You can also find additional Financial Fridays content on Facebook and YouTube at Clara Lyons-DeVaughn and get connected through bit.ly Lyonsview Lifestyle. So, Lyonsview Realty, who are we? We are committed to ensuring you have the resources, the information, and tips to assist you in making the best financial decisions to maximize your wealth building power now and in the future. Financial Fridays helps you stay current on trends that impact your bottom line. So, I want to thank you again for tuning in. And today's program is for any tenant who is not able to pay their rent. It is also for landlords who are experiencing loss of rent, who meet the guidelines of the program that we're going to talk about today. So, if you or someone that you know is experiencing difficulty with rent payments now, or if you anticipate that you'll be having difficulty with your rent payments because of a change in your situation, let I'm here to let you know that there are emergency funds available for rent and utility assistance, but you must apply. So share this now, and if you're watching the replay, send the replay of this broadcast. So we're going to get into it. It's a lot of information, so I may go a little bit quickly. But this is phase two, meaning that it's the second round that the state of New Jersey is offering assistance. So you don't want to miss the boat. They just opened up this on March the 22nd, which was last week. It is called the COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance Program. COVID-19 Emergency Rental Assistance Program. And you can go to the Department of Consumer Affairs website to get more information as well. But they opened up the program on March the 22nd, and it provides rental arrears and temporary rental assistance to low and moderate income households. And these are the conditions. If you've had a substantial reduction in income, if you have qualified for unemployment benefits, if you have incurred significant costs, or if you're experiencing a financial hardship. And if any of that is due directly or indirectly to this COVID-19 pandemic that we are in, then you are eligible, or someone you know may be eligible to apply for this program. Also, landlords, and I'm going to get to that. So there's a company called Nan McKay and Associates, and they've been authorized by the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs to assist in the administration of phase two of this program. And that organization is going to communicate with the tenants, applicants, and also with landlords. So I put in the chat the link that you can apply. It's njdca.onlinepha.com. Again, that information is in the chat. So you can pull that link, click on it, and it will take you to the application for the program. It's really, 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 really easy, easy to apply. They don't require a lot of information, but we'll get to that as well. So in order to be eligible, well, actually, you're eligible for a maximum of 12 months. That's a lot of time. 12 months of emergency rental assistance. And that's to help you pay you know, late rent and also future rent, to the extent that funds are available. So if you've already gone through the funding process in phase one of the program and you need additional rent support, or and you haven't received the maximum 12 months, so you get up to 12 months of assistance, you can apply. So people in phase one, let me say that again, people in phase one who got funds and they still need money and you haven't exhausted your 12 months, you can apply again. If you've never applied, this is phase two, and you are eligible for up to 12 months of emergency rental assistance as long as there is money. So, the financial assistance for those who uh, are doing like future payments. So, let's say you know that you're going to be suffering a loss of employment, or you're going to be laid off, or you know that you're not able to pay your rent this month or next month. Those are what are considered future rents, right? So, financial assistance is limited to 3 months based on the application that you submit, right? Um, if you're applying, you must meet the application eligibility requirements. So you must be 18 years of age or older to apply. You can be an emancipated minor. In that case, you can also apply. There is only one application per household will be accepted. So for a particular address, 123 Main Street, only one application for that entire household, no matter how many people live in that household. Applications are going to be accepted until they have enough applications to ensure the distribution of all of the funds that they have available. And it's by lottery. So you want to get your application in so you could be considered for the lottery. So everybody has an equal chance of receiving the funds, and they're going to select people based on lottery who've been impacted, who've applied for the program, and who are eligible. So let's jump into eligibility requirements. You have to have, you can, if you qualify for unemployment or if you've experienced a reduction in your household income, you qualify. If you've incurred significant costs, meaning the cost of your household has gone up for whatever reason, you qualify. If you've experienced a financial hardship due directly or indirectly to the COVID-19 pandemic, you qualify. So, if you demonstrate a risk of experiencing homelessness or housing instability, and what does that mean? You have gotten an eviction notice. That's housing instability. Or you are constantly getting notices from your landlord because you're late or you're only paying partial rents. If you are going to get kicked out or you're already homeless, you qualify. And that's kind of tricky because you need to be able to apply online, but there is assistance for you as well. So, if your household income, it has to be at or below 80% of the area median income. And that's actually a lot of money. I'll get into that in a minute. You have to have a lack of assets and savings to pay the rent that you have behind, right? Or that you need for your current or for your future rent. You do have to be a New Jersey resident. Got to live in the state of New Jersey for the New Jersey Emergency Program because emergency taxpayer dollars pay for the program. So you want to live in the state of New Jersey, and you have to be obligated to pay rent on a residential dwelling. And all that means is you have to have a rental agreement, a written rental agreement. So they opened up the program last week. I think it was March the 22nd. The application became active online, and they're going to start phase two based on rents that were behind as of March 13th of 2020. So that's March 13th of last year. So if your rent was behind or you missed rent payments since March 13th of 2020, you are eligible for phase two emergency funds. My landlords out there, if you have a tenant, I think before we brought you the program, if you had 3 to 30 units, there was emergency assistance. With this program, if you're a landlord of a single family residence, or maybe you only have 1 to 2 units, you can apply for this program. So you can apply on behalf of your tenants. Basically, all you have to do is obtain the signature of your tenant on the application, and you can do that electronically. You also have to provide documentation of the application to the tenant to notify the tenant that the application has been submitted. That's it. So, as a landlord, you can apply on behalf of your tenant. If you are the tenant, you can fill out your own application as well. So there is a chart that is on the website, and it shows the maximum income limits that affect households. And the way the chart is situated, it's from 1 to 8 people. So you, your children, your spouse, any other family members or people who live in the house are counted as members of the household. So it can be one person in the household, or it can be 8 people or more in the household. Doesn't matter. Um, DCA has a phone number that you can call if you need assistance in determining, the maximum income limits for your housing if you're not quite sure how to figure that out. But in all of the counties, I think the lowest income for one person is like $46,000, and the maximum I think is about 55,000 for 55,000. I think is Hudson County. No, wait. 57.8. We're going up. Middlesex, 57,800. So between 46 and $58,000 that you can make as one person and apply for this program. On the high end, if you have 8 people or more in your household, it goes up to over $100,000. So I think $104,000 was the max that I saw. Hunterdon County, they're higher, 109,000. Middlesex, 109,000. So I mean, the low to median income is actually pretty substantial. So don't count yourself out. Go on the website, look at the chart so you can find out if your household falls within the income guidelines for the program. So phase 2 applications are only going to be accepted online, right? The application period, like I said, opened last week, March the 22nd. It is open now. It's a very, very easy application. Not a lot of information. There's lots of things on there, but look at the stars. You only have to fill out the starred information up front. That gets you into the lottery. Once you are in the lottery, there's a different additional information that they will be collecting for you if you win, just to validate you. So the applications, like I said, are submitted online. You can go to njDCA.onlinenepha.com, and that's in the chat because that's a mouthful. And the applications for phase 2 will not be, they won't be taking any paper applications, and you can't walk in and submit in applications. You have to do it online. I'll repeat this again. Only one application per household or per address will be accepted. And they do it like 3 months at a time, and the 3 month is subject to what's called a recertification. So if you duplicate your application for phase 2, it will be rejected. So if more than 2 applications show up for the same household, it will be rejected. So what kind of information are they collecting? Your name. You know your name, right? Your birth date. You know your birth date. Income information. It's, how much money you made, correct? Your gross income. It's not your net, it's your gross income. For all the individuals living in the household. So what's an example? So if you have 2 people in the household, one person makes $10,000, the other person makes $30,000. That's a total household income of $40,000. Got it? If you have children in the household, the child is making nothing. Total household income of $40,000, but 3 people, 3 members now in the household, right? So you kind of get how that goes. They will collect landlord information, the name and contact information for your landlord. They will need to know your current and previous, if you've received housing assistance. So if you got this program under phase 1, they will specifically ask you that question. um, Evidence of financial hardship due directly or indirectly to the pandemic. That's kind of like a yes or no question. But if you're selected for the lottery, they may ask you more information. Evidence of being high risk or for experiencing homelessness or housing instability, i.e., you got an eviction notice, right? They will, if you are selected, require your lease agreement and proof of the fact that you were behind, and that can look a whole lot of different ways, from notices that your landlord sent you to say pay rent or quit. Um, they have different ways that they'll ask you to validate that. Again, this is all after you have won the lottery, but you must submit an application to be included in the lottery. You will also need an email address that is required. If you don't have an email address, the application process will actually allow you to create one, which is kind of cool, right? If you're not proficient in English, the application is available in 90 languages. Cool, right? 90 languages. And that information, again, can be found on the website at the top of the application if you need assistance. So there are reasonable accommodations. One, you speak one of those 90 languages that they make available. The Department of Community Affairs will extend these reasonable accommodations to disabled individuals, people who have limited English proficiency, and all of that's on a case-by-case basis. So they'll take that to consideration. Um, people who don't have internet access. So you have to call the number. The number is on the website. If you go to the website, there's a phone number there that you can call, and they can give you information about how to apply if you don't have internet access. So just because you are disabled, or just because you speak a second language, you're in the same lottery with everyone else. You have to fill out the application, right? So you're not guaranteed, just because you fall into a reasonable accommodation category, to get the emergency funds, but you will get assistance with filling out the application to put you into the lottery to be selected. Again, only one application per household will be accepted. And if you duplicate an application for phase two, you will be rejected. Okay. Not the second application, but you'll get kicked out of the process. So don't do that. This lottery process. So they're doing a computerized selection to determine the order in which applicants will be selected for eligibility determination. Every application submitted during the open application period has the same chance of being selected during the lottery, which is totally awesome. So fill out the basic information on the application so that you can be included in the lottery. You should be advised that submission of the phase two application does not guarantee your placement in the program. It just guarantees your ability to be in the lottery, nor does it guarantee your temporary rental assistance, right? So basically, all that means is you're not going to get the money unless you are selected through the lottery process. But you have to fill out the application to get into the lottery process. Once you're selected from the lottery process, they're going to be requesting additional information to basically verify um, what you're doing. So, your status, if you want to check your status after you've submitted your application, go to that same website. The information for the link is in the chat. At the site, you can check the status of your application. There's a whole thing on frequently asked questions, and you can continue to check the website to see when new mailing lists will be opened up in the future. And also, you can get information um, on the 90 languages that are available, which is really, really kind of cool. So, uh, this is really a great resource. So, if you are someone, you personally, or someone you know is experiencing difficulty with their rent payments, let them know that there are emergency funds available for rent and also utility assistance. There's a link in there, and I'm going to see if I can pull it before I log off. But if not, I'll make sure I put it in the chat for you. For There's money actually available if you're behind in your PSE and G payments, your energy payments, but you have to apply. So, send people the link for this video so they can get the information. Send them the link for the website so they can get the information. And I just want to thank you all for tuning in to this broadcast. Financial Fridays is here as a resource to you, and I hope that you received something of value today because our goal, as always, is to provide you with resources, tools, information, and tips to assist you in making the best financial and life decisions now and in the future. So remember, like and share this broadcast and subscribe at Clara Lyons-DeVaughn on YouTube. You can check out additional content and have access to this broadcast and others to replay at your convenience if you go to YouTube. So, as always, sending love and light to anyone who has lost a loved one, to anyone who has someone in the hospital and they can't see them or be with them because of this pandemic, to all of our essential employees in healthcare, transportation, food services, police, fire, and especially to our leadership. My name is Clara Lyons-DeVaughn. Financial Fridays airs live on Fridays at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube. You can join us again next Friday. Until then, keep living your best life. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Vanetta. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Sheila. Glad you got the information. Share the link, pass it on. Have a great day.